Imagine a fearless woman, a pioneer of the skies, who defied the conventions of her era to become an aviation legend. She broke records, inspired millions, and embarked on her most ambitious adventure to circumnavigate the globe. But on a fateful day, over the vast and unforgiving waters of the Pacific Ocean, she and her navigator simply vanished, without a trace. This is the mystery of Amelia Earhart, an enigma that has endured for almost a century, fueling theories, expeditions, and the imagination of generations. What truly happened to the Queen of the Skies? Was it a tragic accident, a mechanical failure, or something more sinister? Prepare to delve into one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history, where courage meets the unknown, and the search for truth is lost in the depths of the ocean. Are you ready to unravel Amelia Earhart's final flight, and perhaps, just perhaps, find an answer to the Pacific enigma? Amelia Mary Earhart, born on the 24th of July 1897 in Atchison, Kansas, USA, was a pioneering American aviator and author. She was the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean and set several other aviation records, becoming an iconic and inspiring figure. Earhart was a charismatic and articulate figure, an icon of the golden age of aviation, who used her fame to promote aviation and women's rights, advocating for equal opportunities in a male-dominated world. Her passion for flying and her adventurous spirit led her to seek ever greater challenges, always pushing the limits of what was considered possible. In 1937, Earhart decided to embark on her most ambitious adventure, to become the first woman to circumnavigate the globe. She planned the journey with her navigator, Fred Noonan, an experienced aerial navigator with vast knowledge of sea and celestial routes. The flight would be a monumental feat, requiring meticulous planning, piloting skill, and a considerable dose of luck, as the technology of the time was limited and weather conditions unpredictable. The aircraft chosen for the journey was a Lockheed Electra 1OE, a robust and reliable twin-engine plane, modified to carry extra fuel for long oceanic crossings, transforming it into a true exploration machine. The first attempt at circumnavigation, in March 1937, was aborted in Hawaii due to mechanical problems, a forewarning of the difficulties to come. However, Earhart was not deterred. After repairs and adjustments, she and Noonan began the second attempt on the 1st of June 1937, departing from Miami, Florida. The planned route was east to west, a change from the first attempt, which would have been west to east, and which added an extra layer of complexity to the navigation. The journey would take them across the Atlantic, Africa, India, Southeast Asia, and, finally, the vast Pacific Ocean, the most challenging and dangerous leg of the trip, where help would be thousands of miles away. After successfully completing most of the journey, covering over 35,000 kilometers, and overcoming countless challenges, Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan departed from Lae, New Guinea on the 2nd of July 1937, bound for Howland Island, a small atoll in the central Pacific Ocean. This 4,000-kilometer stretch over the ocean was the longest and most dangerous part of the journey, and Howland Island was a crucial refueling point, its exact location vital for the mission's success. Communication was key to success, but it would also become the mission's Achilles heel. As they approached Howland Island, Earhart and Noonan faced significant challenges. Navigation was complex, relying on time and distance calculations, and radio communication with the U.S. Coast Guard cutter, the Itasca, which was positioned near Howland Island to assist with navigation, was intermittent and poor quality. The Itasca was attempting to guide the Electra to the island, but Earhart's transmissions were weak and often inaudible, making location and communication difficult. Static and distance made every word a struggle. Earhart's last radio transmissions indicated that they were low on fuel and unable to locate the island. In one of her final messages, she reported, We are on the line 157. Repeat. We are on the line 157. We are running north and south. This message, though cryptic, suggested that they were flying on a line of position, but could not see the island, and time was running out. The last transmission received from the Electra was around 8:43 a.m. Howland time, on the 2nd of July 1937. After that, silence. The aircraft and its occupants disappeared without a trace, swallowed by the vast and mysterious waters of the Pacific, leaving behind one of the greatest enigmas in aviation history. The search and lack of answers, a needle in a haystack immediately after the disappearance. One of the largest and most expensive search and rescue operations in history was launched. The US Navy and Coast Guard mobilized ships and aircraft to scour a vast area of the Pacific Ocean, covering millions of square kilometers. The lack of wreckage and bodies led to a series of theories about what happened to Amelia Earhart and Fred Noonan. The most widely accepted theory that the Electra ran out of fuel and crashed into the Pacific Ocean, quickly sinking into the depths. However, the absence of any trace of the aircraft continues to intrigue investigators and enthusiasts, fueling the hope that one day the truth will be revealed. The vastness and depth of the ocean have become the mystery's greatest accomplice, guarding its secrets closely. The mystery of Amelia Earhart's disappearance has generated countless theories and speculations over the decades, each attempting to fill the gaps left by the lack of evidence. Some of the most prominent include ocean crash wreckage theory. This is the most widely accepted theory and is supported by circumstantial evidence. It suggests that the aircraft ran out of fuel and crashed into the ocean. The depth of the Pacific in the search area, which can reach over 5,000 meters, would make recovery of the wreckage extremely difficult, if not impossible with the technology of the time. The lack of a clear distress signal and the intermittence of radio communications are consistent with a gradual system failure or an emergency situation that did not allow time for a full transmission, leading to an uncontrolled impact with the water. Survival on a remote island. A popular theory, though with little concrete evidence, is that Earhart and Noonan managed to land on a remote, uninhabited island, such as Gardner Island, now Nikumaoro, and died there. Expeditions have been carried out to Nikumaoro, and some artifacts have been found, such as bones that were later identified as belonging to a woman, and fragments of aluminium that could be from the aircraft. However, nothing conclusively proving the presence of Earhart and Noonan has been found, and the theory remains in the realm of speculation. Capture by the Japanese. This theory suggests that Earhart and Noonan were captured by Japanese forces in the Marshall Islands, which were under Japanese control at the time. The idea is that the Japanese mistook them for spies or did not want them to reveal military secrets. This theory gained traction with the discovery of a photograph supposedly showing Earhart and Noonan on a Japanese pier. Although the authenticity of the photo is debated and the chronology of events does not fit perfectly, however, there is no concrete evidence that they were captured or held captive, and the Japanese government has always denied any involvement. Other lesser-known theories. These include the possibility of a secret flight for espionage purposes, an accident on land after a forced landing on an unmapped island, or even alien abduction. Although these latter theories are considered more speculative and without basis in evidence, serving more to fuel popular imagination than to offer concrete answers. The legacy of a mystery. The legend of Amelia Earhart. Amelia Earhart's disappearance continues to be one of the most fascinating and enduring mysteries of the 20th century. Her story has inspired books, films, documentaries, and countless search expeditions, each attempting to unravel the puzzle. The lack of a definitive answer to what happened to her and Fred Noonan keeps the case alive in popular imagination and among investigators, who continue to seek new clues and technologies to solve the enigma. Amelia Earhart is remembered not only for her achievements as an aviator, but also for her indomitable spirit, her courage, and her tireless pursuit of new horizons. Her disappearance, though tragic, solidified her place in history as a symbol of adventure, audacity, and the mystery of the unknown. With each new search technology and each new theory, the hope of finally solving the enigma of Amelia Earhart's final flight is renewed, but until conclusive evidence is found, her fate will remain one of the great secrets of the Pacific Ocean, a reminder that not all mysteries have an easy solution, and that some legends are made to last forever. The mystery of Amelia Earhart continues to haunt us, an enigma that refuses to be solved. What do you think about the legendary aviator's disappearance? Which theory do you consider most plausible? Do you believe the truth will be revealed one day, or will the Pacific Ocean guard its secrets forever? Leave your comment below and share your thoughts. Your opinion is very important to us. If you found this story intriguing and want more cases that defy logic and make us question reality, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to not miss the next videos. In our next episode, we will delve into another mystery that will leave you breathless. Stay tuned.